Hi, everybody. This is Shaggy J. Privman, along with the recently coiffed Marty McGee. We are the Derby Watch duo, and we're going to get you up to speed on all the latest, both on and off the track, regarding the Kentucky Derby. And Marty, I just have to say, you look marvelous right now.
Well, you know that the barbers here in Kentucky did not open again until yesterday, Tuesday, because of the coronavirus crisis. So I have a legit excuse, unlike some of these horses we might be talking about later.
Well, you definitely are showing me up for today's video. Let's get right into it and start with the lone change that we made to our Derby Watch Top 20. Major Fed, who had been on our list, was removed because of his performance in the Matt Winn last weekend, and we've decided to bring in Dr. Post, whose next race is scheduled to be in the Belmont Stakes. But the other big development is that the winner of the Matt Winn made a big move on the odds line that you have for the Derby. So let's let you encapsulate all that.
Yeah, he made a big move on the odds line, Jay, after making a big move in winning the Matt Winn. So now, essentially, we have four favorites for the September 5 Kentucky Derby. Those being Nadal at 7-2, Tizelaw at 4-1, Charlatan at 5-1, and Maxfield now joins them at 6-1. Authentic at 8-1 and Honor AP at 15-1 are next. They meet a week from Saturday in the June 6th Santa Anita Derby. So right now it's kind of a pretty simple looking top six or whatever. But as we all know, it can very much change over the next weeks and months.
There's certainly a lot of quality at the top as well right now. Let's drill down a little bit into that Matt Winn, won by Maxfield. The top three finishers in that race, including New York Traffic and Pneumatic, are part of our current Derby Watch Top 20. Marty, I'll go first just regarding Maxfield. I liked his race a lot considering the layoff. I liked that he broke better than he had as a 2-year-old. I like that he was a little more into the race. I thought he got a lot of experience with the traffic that he was in, and I like the way he finished the race off. What were your takeaways from the race?
Well, I also liked the way he kind of smoothed out of that traffic jam at the, what was it, the 6.5 or this? Yeah, about the 6.5 on the clubhouse turn. The way he relaxed real nice for Jose Ortiz and extricated himself from that spot. Then got into a real nice rhythm down the backside, and then the way he closed, Jay, from about the 3/16 of the 8th pole, you kind of knew that he was going to get those front two right then. So Brendan Walsh couldn't be happier with the way he's been doing, the way he was going in, the way he came out of the race. He said this week from Churchill, actually on his way from Churchill to Keeneland, they'll make a decision pretty soon as to whether or not they're going to go in the Belmont, which is on June 20th, or just wait for the Bluegrass Stakes on July 11th. And those are pretty much the only two options for Maxfield right now.
Well, they're certainly good options, and just the best part about it was seeing him come back as good or better than he left as a 2-year-old. Let's talk about the two horses who chased him home, who are also on our Derby Watch Top 20 list, that being New York Traffic and Pneumatic. One thing about New York Traffic, Marty, I mean, he fires every time. He might not win against this top level. Maybe he's just a cut below, but he ran another good, solid race. I thought the pace of the race, I thought, helped him. And I thought Pneumatic ran a good race, considering it was his stakes debut. It was only his third start, down inside the whole race. I thought even though he was third best, I thought the way the race came up for him, I thought he acquitted himself well. What did you think of those two horses?
I would agree with all that. New York Traffic now has worn blinkers for his last two. He's run big races, and it was pretty much mission accomplished for trainer Saffie Joseph coming here kind of 11th hour, and he wanted to get some points, and he did, and now he has 70, so that's pretty much in. So he kind of has a lot of options from here. Pneumatic, Steve Asmussen was happy with the way he ran, especially given the fact that he believes there is room for improvement. That was only his third start. Steve has not yet decided on an X race for him, but again, very encouraged with all these horses ran nice buyers, Jay. 95 for Maxfield, 95 for New York Traffic, and a 94 for Pneumatic.
So that's the Matt Winn. That was the big on-track news of this past week. Marty, the big off-track news is the continuing development regarding Charlatan, who we've reported had an initial test for his victory in the first division of the Arkansas Derby get flagged for a medication violation. As you know, a split sample needs to go out and be confirmed in order for this to be considered a positive, and at that point, then there would be a determination made by the Arkansas Racing Commission and the stewards at Oaklawn Park as to whether the horse would be disqualified. All that is important on a couple of fronts because Charlatan, one of the races under consideration for him right now is the Belmont Stakes, but also in terms of the Derby watch, the Arkansas Derby worth 100 points. It was his first time in a stake, and that hangs in the balance right now. Your thoughts on this situation?
It does. Charlatan, that would take him from 100 to 0 if, in fact, he is subsequently disqualified from that victory. He might still run him in the Belmont, which, of course, is worth 150 points to the winner. If not, he'd go in the shorter Woody Stevens the same day, June 20, and then either way, it looks like he would go in the Haskell on July 18th at Monmouth Park. But rather unsettling situation, especially for Bob, who has a number of other Derby contenders, obviously, with Nadal and Authentic, and even Azul Coast, who's supposed to run in the Santa Anita Derby 2 a week from Saturday. So we'll see how it all shakes out, Jay.
That's the update that we've got for right now. We'll keep you posted on everything when we visit with you again next week. We'll see if there's any more news regarding Charlatan, and we will next week at the least preview the Santa Anita Derby, which will have, among others, Derby Watch top contenders Authentic and Honor AP. For Marty McGee, I'm Jay Privman. Thanks for watching.